Welcome to Money Magic Alignment. My name is Artemis Prime. This is Masterclass number 1, and this class is all for you. There is a gift in this material. There is something very special you're going to receive today, and I want you all to know how sacred you are to me. As a soul, as a spark of the living God, you all are very sacred to me. This work was spirit-led. It was inspired to do for free, and we started just giving this work out to the world and just seeing miracle after miracle after miracle. For those of you who've had miracles, type in miracle in the chat. If you've seen literally miracles of money and manifestation coming into your life from this work, and this work is sacred to me because you are sacred to me. We're going to do a little warm up here, a little green room, and then we're going to go right into some slides, and we're going to have a powerful series of breath work. We're going to help you clear the mind through pranayama. And then we're going to go into the 3 levels of mind as it relates to creating money and abundance. And how many here choose to create a life of wealth? Raise your hand. Type yes in the chat. Yes, say yes to your wealth. Say yes to your abundance. And say yes to the alignment of your subconscious, conscious, and superconscious, and the creation of streams of wealth. Let God's infinite divine intelligence lead, guide, and direct you into creating more than enough for you, your family, and your community. I'm here to stand in your permanent victory of wealth until so much wealth is flowing through you that you just create legacies, because that's how powerful you are. How many see that? How many know there's more available to you when it comes to money and wealth? And it might be time for you to claim it and name it and step fully into your power and your creative expression. And you heard Master Murshad. Murshad, go ahead and unmute yourself again and tell us, now that we're recording, what is this work done for you in money, cash flow, abundance, mindset? Like,
So if you want to talk about straight numbers and results, $2 million in real estate production. My pipeline is probably double or quadruple that. It has opened my eye, opened my heart to see what's around me, and I am just eliminated a lot of stress and anxiety, and I am in the present moment more and more, and miracles after miracles. Yes, that's in a
awesome.
nutshell.
Yeah, there's so much more available to us when we can harness and tap the power of the subconscious in our creative expression and develop a right relationship with our subconscious mind as the power source. Our soul is the first mover, our subconscious is the power, and our subconscious is the chooser. And how many times do we want something? A part of us wants it, but a part of us resists it. And there's this split sometimes in us. And Money Magic Alignment is about alignment. It's about aligning with your power source so succinctly, so divinely, that miracles upon miracles, wonders never cease, and money just flows into your life easily and effortlessly. We want you to engage with us. We want to hear you in the chat. We want to hear your questions, comments, observations. Lewis and Sarah will be here supporting me. I'm going to be, Lewis says, the channel. So I'm going to be channeling the information. And then if you have questions, please type them in the chat. Lewis and Sarah will catalog them. Lewis is also going to be, and Sarah's going to be taking notes, and we can send you some of the notes after this class. We'll email you the notes. This is all for you. This is for your future of abundance, prosperity, and wealth. How many know that we could use more wealth in our lives and more wealthy people creating life-giving businesses and partnerships? How many have seen the world contract during the recession and the outer environment influencing our own subconscious when we should be expressing wealth from our subconscious and creating a massive value in other people's lives? So instead of contracting with the right subconscious alignment, you expand into wealth, you expand into abundance, you bring in the opportunities, the people, places, and things. They just land into your lap because you are a rich child of a loving divine creator, and you know that there's more than enough, and you're guided by insight, intuition, and superconscious intelligence. And We're going to be unpacking a lot for you all today. So let's do a quick screen share. Grab pen and paper, grab something to drink. We definitely want you hydrating. Let's begin. Thank you all for being here. Money Magic Alignment, Unlock Your Wealth Potential. Part 1, master your wealth, empower your cash flow, and transform your relationship with money. My name is Arttemis Prime. I am founder and co-founder of Money Magic Alignment, also creator of the Next Generation Agents. I lead a team of 28 realtors. We believe that our business is a vehicle for us achieving our highest potential, and that our business is a vehicle for spiritual development. And we teach personal development and creative development in business so that our agents and entrepreneurs can achieve their highest expression of life and victory. And I love what I do for my entrepreneurs and agents that I coach. And this material is foundational. It's the mindset. It's the invisible force. It's why I'm here, is to activate that in you. Lewis, why are you here?
So I help heart-centered coaches scale to 6 figures with fun and flow. And I am here to activate the power of your soul, to set it on fire with love in creating what you most enjoy and receiving massive abundance for it. Why am I here? I've spent the past 10 years obsessed and devoted to spiritual capitalism and conscious entrepreneurship as some of the greatest paths to growth, personal development, and enlightenment. So that's what I bring.
Excellent, excellent. Welcome all the people that are still coming in. I'm so blessed to have you all here. So we want to share with you some universal truths before we get into the curriculum. As above, so below. As within, so without. This comes from Hermes Trismegistus, also known as Thoth, from the Emerald Tablets. This truth is over 4,000 years old, and it's directly connected to your abundance, your money, and your supply. As above, so below. As within, so without. Faith is to believe what you do not see. The reward of this faith is to see what you believe. How many get that? When it comes to taking action, faith is to believe what you do not see. And the reward of this faith is to see what you believe. You will create the wealth on the inner, and then it will show up on the outer. Imagination is seeing with the eye of God. Neville Goddard. How many here love Neville? Type Neville in the chat. I have studied Neville for about 10 years of my life. I've read 6 of his books, and we will recommend some of Neville's work later on. But your imagination as a soul is one of the greatest gifts you've ever been given, to create whatever you desire. Everything you can imagine is real. Pablo Picasso. How prolific was Pablo Picasso? How many paintings did he paint? What did he see? How did he contribute to art and artistry? And he knew the laws of creation very well. 99% of who you are is invisible and untouchable. Rhonda Byrne. If we knew the power contained in the theater of our mind, we would use it all the time. Matt Fury. Now, Matt Fury is a black belt in Kung Fu, a Qigong master, a master copywriter and bodybuilder, and he purchased all of Dr. Maxwell Maltz' New Psycho-Cybernetics. And he republished Dr. Maxwell Maltz's work in this work called Theater of the Mind. Very, very, very powerful teacher on the planet, an embodied teacher with strength in his mind, body, and business. Very, very, very dear mentor of mine. Listen to me very carefully. It gets better. Really tune in. The great secret is a controlled imagination and a well-sustained attention, firmly and repeatedly focused on the object to be accomplished. As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you reap in your body and in your environment. Everything you desire in your life starts in your subconscious. And everything you sow into your subconscious, you will reap in your health, your wealth, and your relationships. You must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled until your assumption has all the sensory vividness of reality. You must imagine that you are already experiencing what you desire. That is, you must assume the feeling of the fulfillment of your desire until you are possessed by it. And this feeling crowds all other ideas out of your consciousness. Neville Goddard. You must assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the emotion of your end result, until your assumption, visualization, imagination, and acceptance has all the sensory vividness of reality. You must imagine that you are already experiencing wealth. What you desire is already here. That is, you must assume the feeling of wealth and the fulfillment of wealth right now, of your desire, until you are possessed by it, radiating it, magnetizing it, feeling it, like a sun presence. And this sun, this feeling, this power in you crowds out all other ideas. And all other ideas of a recession or lack or the economy or any outside force has no power over your subconscious when you are in right relationship with it. Is there more to the invisible worlds behind your eyes in the pursuit of wealth and abundance? How many might realize, as you saw those slides, there might be more going on behind your eyes? Some of you may have been hitting that glass ceiling with your life, family, or business, and you've been searching outside yourself for the answer to building true wealth and a better life.
Comment below if that's you.
Yeah, like when pursuing more money and abundance, we often ask, Arttemis, what do I do next in my business? How can I get more clients and customers? How can I replace myself and have more time to work on my business? Where is my greatest leverage to grow to my next level? How many have been looking outside yourself for more knowledge, more people, more money, more resources, more insights, more shiny objects? And you're actually experiencing this oscillating pattern, and you just keep oscillating at this current financial level. And you're like, why can I not break through? Maybe we should be asking this instead. How do I desire to feel when I get there? What is my end result? What does my soul truly desire in giving value and leverage? Have you ever asked yourself, how can I develop a healthy and life-giving relationship with money? Have you ever asked yourself that? Maybe your bank account reflects the pain of not having that good relationship, but you choose to have a healthy relationship with it. What limiting beliefs do I have about money, and how may it be secretly holding me back from achieving my bigger goals and dreams? How can I live a more peaceful and purpose-driven life while still achieving my financial goals? In this two-part masterclass, we will help you understand the three levels of your mind in creation and how you create wealth and value using all three levels of your mind, guiding you in cultivating a deep relationship with your own subconscious. This is huge. Helping you understand your subconscious on a very deep level, deeper than you ever have before, and allow it to be first in creation. Remember, your subconscious is power without direction. Your conscious mind, your chooser, is direction without power. Alignment, creative expression is what we're here for. We're also going to help you clear the stubborn money blocks, the superconscious recode. You're going to have some powerful block removal today. Blocks such as fear of not being enough, fear of lack, fear of missing out, fear of loss, fear of failure. All of this as it pertains to generating an abundance of money and true wealth.
For whom are these familiar? Drop in the chat box real quick. Which one resonates with you or has resonated? We're not reclaiming it. We're just noticing and distinguishing it.
Yeah, fear of not being enough, fear of loss, fear of failing, fear of not being good enough, being enough. This is one of our highest outcomes for all of you. Imagine waking up in the morning and knowing that you walk in the grace of God, and you can receive all that you desire and require from our Creator's infinite supply of wealth. Imagine you are now a generator of wealth, and you walk in a field of grace at all times. You have a consistent, powerful, and continuous feeling and experience of abundance in your life. You have taught yourself how to become a wealth generator, and you literally manifest financial miracles through harnessing the power within you, your own subconscious. You can now activate your own magnetic power within your subconscious so you can attract all the people, all the places, and all of the opportunities that bring true wealth into all areas of your life. You simultaneously let go of unconscious resistance if it shows up through deeper self-awareness and peak states of consciousness and flow. You now have a proven system to embody a consistent, powerful, and continuous feeling of abundance in your life through aligning your subconscious with universal power and universal wealth. You live and vibrate in a field of all possibilities. You are now the author of your life, and you are the powerful creative force of wealth. Remember, though, you cannot plant a forest of abundance with seeds of scarcity. How many get that? If you want to have more than enough, money, time, resources, people, places, and things, you cannot sow a forest if your subconscious is full of scarcity. You must learn to sow new seeds within the subconscious. And denial is never a place where we can create change. If you're in denial about your money and wealth and doing the same things over and over again and looking for new and different results, you're secretly in a place of despair. And you're living in unconscious separation from your own subconscious. Self-awareness leads to self-mastery. Self-mastery leads to self-expression. And self-expression leads to becoming a soul awakened, a soul on fire. Your money comes from you finding your voice. And how many know when you find your voice, money starts to show up? Self-mastery and self-expression is what you're here for. If we do not know where we are subconsciously with our relationship to money and wealth, we often get trapped in oscillating patterns, not even knowing what's possible on the other side. There's so much more available to us in the theater of our mind, imagination, and feeling, if we will do the work. Yes, you can heal and transform the subconscious. Yes, you can even transcend the consciousness of lack and live in a state of being continuously supplied. You can step into the identity of an awakened soul, living the life you love while choosing to create even more. Remember, if you're new to this work and you've not witnessed the miracles of money and the deep peace that this work brings, you may be doubting that you can even do this right now. How many of you have had doubt, imposter syndrome? Like, oh, I've studied this stuff before, Artemis, it didn't work for me. We have a different way. You can hear in Mershad's voice the difference. You can see in the people you watch the testimonial reel. There's a different way we're going to teach you. And it's not what most people are teaching. And don't worry, overcoming the doubt is normal and it's part of this work. All that we ask you is that you play 125%, be like a child entering the kingdom of heaven, wonder, prosperity, and supply, and hook your subconscious mind into that supply. Vote each other's victory. See perfection in each other. See perfection. How many love that? How many choose to see more perfection? Surrender the limited mind. See your own perfection as a child of the Most High Living God with an infinite supply. Vote my victory today in helping you deeply align with the laws and harmonics of abundance taught in this two-part masterclass. This material is truly life-changing. It's why Lewis and I are here. I love you, and I believe in the power in you. I believe in the way the system wakes up that power in the theater of your mind, in the simplicity of this work. What is wealth? Wealth is what you have when all the money's gone. This is my dear friend and teacher, Roger Hamilton. I'm a performance consultant in wealth dynamics. I lead real estate agents and teams in creating a culture of flow through wealth dynamics. That's the outer game. This is the inner game. I've waited 20 years of my life to teach this inner game, but I also teach the outer game called wealth dynamics based on the work of the Millionaire Master Plan. Very, very powerful body of work if you're an entrepreneur. And Roger taught me that wealth is what you have when all the money's gone. It's a mindset. It's an awareness. You cannot plant a forest of abundance with seeds of scarcity, and this is worth repeating. We are here to help you stop chasing money and the outer world and instead learn how to harness one of the most powerful and mystical powers in creation, your own subconscious. Agreements for the next two masterclasses. Number one, play absolutely full out. Type 125 in the chat. We want you to stretch. We want you to go as far as you think you can in this masterclass as we do the block removal and the self-awareness and the recodes and the imagination exercises. We're asking you to play 125%. Take loads of notes. Writing is a psychoneuromotor activity, like Master Brian Tracy taught me. Brian Tracy kind of dates me a little bit, but take notes. Writing down these truths brings the word into flesh. The word becomes flesh when we write it. Ask questions. Engage in the chat. Lewis and Sarah are here to support you. Everything is learning. Be responsible. Be able to respond. Get fully present with me today, because this information I'm sharing with you might change the trajectory of your entire life. And that's why we're here. And so be able to respond. Don't be distracted. This is sacred work. You are sacred to me. Your soul is sacred to me. You achieving your result is sacred to me. And I'm asking you to be responsible, be coachable, park old learnings, have a beginner's mind. Many of you have had much training in this body of work. Enter this class, pretend like you just landed. So if your cup is full, I can't fill you, but if your cup is empty, I can fill you today. How many get it? Just enter this with a beginner's mind. Pretend like you just landed on the planet and you're here to learn the mystical laws of creation and transform your lineage, to transform the trajectory of your life stream. And pretend like you're in a mystery school right now called Money Magic Alignment, and you're here with the beginner's mind. And get outside your comfort zone. Speak from your heart, trust your first words. There will be powerful breath work today. We will be doing some pranayama. We will pull many weeds and plant many seeds. And there will be follow-up in the support group in the Facebook group chat. So please engage with us in the group chat. We created that for you in between masterclasses. We're going to have a masterclass tonight and November 2nd. And we created the group chat because we want you jumping in the game. We want you doing some of this work every day. When climbing the wealth lighthouse of freedom, purpose, and abundance, we are stronger together. Prerequisite for this two-part series, please order this book. This is Marilyn Janae, one of our top prosperity coaches. Feel free to prosper. Lewis will drop the link in the chat. Order this book. If you cannot afford this book, private message me and I will send you a free version on Audible, my gift. Order this book. This is a very important part of our 2-week masterclass. Let's do some breath work. All right. So, pranayama. Prana in Sanskrit means life force, energy. It's also another word for mind. And ayam means to control. So when we do our breath work, we know that our breath has the ability to touch our physical, emotional, causal, and mental bodies simultaneously. And we have the ability to not only control the mind, but direct the mind. And so when you learn some of the advanced meditations, visualizations, journaling, imagination, as you learn to develop a right relationship with your mind, you use the breath to control and direct, to clear and to expand the mind. So we're just going to do a modified like fire breath. This is called the 9-breath healing method taught by Supreme Science Qigong. I'm going to demonstrate the breath and we're going to do it together. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to do some breath work? All right, let's do this. Now
Yes.
Yes. You can stand up. You can do this seated. If you've never done fire breath before, please stay seated. If you're experienced with breath work, please stand. And if you're standing, just relax your knees a little bit so you can relax the Ming Men right here, the lower gates. And so we're going to do 9 powerful breaths. And we're going to hold the breath at the top. And when we hold the breath at the top, we're going to visualize wealth and success. Imagine the words wealth, success are like flowing in your 6th chakra right here, your 3rd eye. Wealth, success, wealth, success. And then we'll visualize wealth and success as golden living letters of light. You're going to see wealth and success just vibrating in the 6th chakra. And then we're going to drop the energy down to the navel. And we're just going to recirculate the energy a little bit. And then I'm going to guide you through 9 powerful breaths again. We're going to do 1 is big, 9 breaths, in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to hold the 9th breath at the top. I'll say 9 is big and hold. You hold the breath, wealth and success. And then I'll say slow eternal exhale. Now, after you take 9 powerful breaths, when we drop it down to the abdomen, I want you to pretend like there's a candle flame right here. And you're breathing so slowly that the flame doesn't move. We call this the eternal exhale. So we're going to do 9 powerful breaths. We're going to hold the breath at the top. We're going to visualize at the top, and then we're going to do a slow eternal exhale. And we're going to drop the energy down to the navel, and we're just going to do a slow, gradual exhale. And we're going to do this 3 or 4 times in a row. I'll guide you through the breath, so don't worry. Just follow my guide, follow my voice. In between the 9 breath, I want you to do a normal, deep Qigong breath. 4 counts in, 4 counts out. So we'll start with the Qigong breath, 4 counts in, 4 counts out. We'll do 9 breath, Qigong breath, 9 breath, Qigong breath, 9 breath. Let's do this. All right. For women watching, right hand first, left hand on top. For men watching, left hand first, right hand on top. So grab your navel, soften your knees, do a normal Qigong breath, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now I want you to blow all the air out of your lungs. Exhale. Good. Take a big breath. 1 is big. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is bigger. 7 is big. 8 is big. 9 is big and hold. And just see and visualize wealth, success, wealth, success right in your third eye. See it like golden living letters of light. And now do a slow eternal exhale, very slowly, allowing the air to blow out of your mouth with pursed lips. Again, 1 is big. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is bigger. 8 is bigger. 9 is big and hold. Hold your breath right here. See wealth, success, wealth, success. Hold your breath. Inhale again and hold. Wealth, success. Now do a slow eternal exhale. Slowly allowing the air to breathe out of your lungs, slow and gradual. Notice what you notice. One is big. Inhale again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is bigger. 8 is big. 9 is big and hold. See and visualize wealth in golden living letters of light right in the center of your mind. Wealth, success, wealth, success, wealth, success. And do a slow eternal exhale, bringing your hands closer to your navel, softening your hands, and slow eternal exhale. Good. One more time. 1 is big. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is bigger. 8 is big. 9 is big and hold. Inhale one more time. Inhale and hold. Hold your breath at the top. And do a slow eternal exhale. Slow and eternal exhale. Good. And again, 1 is big. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is big and hold. One more deep breath in, inhale and hold. And do a slow eternal exhale, slow gradual exhale. And notice what you notice. Good. And how was that breath work?
Drop it in the chat box. We'd love to hear. What are you noticing?
What are you noticing in your mind, your body, your hands? We wanted to help clear your mind a little bit before we go into the subconscious and superconscious, using the 9 breath as a tool of clarity. What are you noticing? Type it in the chat.
Tingling, tingling peace, presence. Joel says, I don't need to breathe.
No, it's almost like you can just stop breathing for a minute or two. You know, it's like, I am oxygenated. Woo!
We're clear and centered, relaxing, calmer mind, relaxed, centered, calm, peaceful, clear, amazing relaxation. Thank you all. Aren't you glad you did that? Innerworldly. Went lightheaded. Yeah, Adam, we can talk about that after.
Yeah, if you're a little lightheaded,
Breaks on.
you just need to tone down the breath. Not so big.
Adam's intense like me.
Yeah.
Great way.
How many here like to take it hardcore? So I'm going to ask you a question. Why are you here? Why are you here on a class or on money?
What was your intention? What had you say yes to being here? What do you want to create? Put it in the chat box.
Yeah, why are you here?
Voice be heard.
Yeah, type it in the chat. What are your targets for 2024? Why are you here? What do you choose to accomplish specifically next year in your targets? Dollar amount. Write it down.
I love this. Adam says, I want to responsibly steward enormous amounts of wealth. Amen. To learn the flow and accept, create wealth and freedom for myself, change my relationship to money, create sustained wealth, remove blocks. If removal of blocks to my wealth is my path. I love that. Being a conduit of abundance for my community. Amen, Brother Dennis. Change generational patterns of poverty, break chains, remember my wealth. To bring in 20K in the rest of the year, 2023. That's Neil. It's about, Heather sees that what we're here to do is not just about releasing resistance to money, it's about releasing resistance to being your highest self. Bonnie says $150,000. Soledad says double my sales to 250,000.
Nice.
Thank you for all of these answers. Epic.
Awesome answers. Thank you for your clarity and your specificity. Remember,
Ooh, one last one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want me to have control over money, not money have control over me.
Yeah, be in the driver's
Not being money's bitch.
Be in the driver's seat of wealth. Are you here to live your best life every day and be a contribution to others without stressing over money, time, and responsibilities? Are you here for financial freedom? To have that deep level of peace in your life, your family, and your business. Remember, Mershad said at the beginning, peace. Like there's a peace in him that he's been able to cultivate regardless of what money shows up. Are you here to build a life and business of your dreams in an easy and relaxed manner, a healthy and positive way, creating that masterpiece of your life? And let me ask you a question. Why don't you have it now? Why don't you have it now? And this is where our limitations start to show up, the limited mind, the egoic wounds. well, I'm running out of time, or I don't have enough resources, or I'm not enough, or it's hard. I've been struggling with this for so long. How am I going to change it? My mom and dad taught me that, if I have more, other people have less. And so we have to live in poverty consciousness. Why don't we have it now?
We're getting some good answers to that in the chat too. Limited mind, seeds of lack, mind of scarcity, apathy, past programming. Scared to see myself in my highest potential, Sheena says.
So some of us in business are doing all this good and making all of this money, yet are we truly enjoying the fruits of our labors? Or are we searching for more and more and more, as if more will be better when we get there? The paradox is that you can feel extremely abundant without having lots of money. And you can also have lots of money and not feel abundant. Isn't that funny? You can feel extremely abundant and not have lots of money, but you can also have a lot of money and not feel very abundant. Is more better? I mean, think about it. In 2023, everything that we have, the running water, the Wi-Fi, food at our fingertips, Amazon Prime delivering everything our heart desires in 2 days or less. It's more than a billionaire had 100 years ago. But are we aware and appreciating it? Or are we just searching for more, as if more will be better? This is a question we'll answer throughout this masterclass and through applying the Wizard's Gate of Wealth. We invite you all to Masterclass Part 2 because it's a very important double bubble recode that we will do to help you get into the present moment of wealth, the present moment of creation, where all your soul exists. And don't worry, you all get to make a ton of money while applying these sacred laws. We want you to get rich. We want you to all make millions of dollars, but not chasing more. And you can make a ton of money with these laws. You see people do it every day. You're going to love learning the Wizard's Gate. So stay tuned for part 2. And Lewis will drop the link to the Eventbrite at the end of our class. So you can register for part 2. We designed this 2-part masterclass series because our modern society has created some very sick, distorted, and often unconscious repeating patterns around money today. Over 50% of marriages end in divorce because of financial problems. Money is the #1 cause of stress in our relationships.
Actually, Artemis, 50% of marriages end in divorce and the other 50 end in death.
Yes. 52% of adults say money is their primary cause of mental stress, according to my mentor, Dr. Scott Mills. The fear of lack holds back so many people from achieving their bigger dreams and desires. Some of you are caught in this trap of, I need to do this to pay my bills, and are now in the hustle, secretly drifting away from your purpose-driven life, instead of living like a soul awake, fulfilling your dharma and deeper purpose. Some of us have been struggling with the question, how can I fulfill my deeper purpose and create wealth? How many have had that like existential question, like, how do I do what I love and fulfill my purpose? There's like this conflict in the subconscious mind. A part of us wants to go for our dreams, and a part of us is like, well, no, you're not good enough. You're not worthy enough. You're not successful enough to go do that yet. So you have to settle and do this first. We're putting a conflicting vibration into the field when we do that. The unconscious and subconscious programming of lack, struggle, it's hard, fear, and guilt are so toxic to our deepest goals and desires. They keep us in survival. Healing the blocks with money and creating an abundance mindset, it can radiate out, positively affecting your relationship with your sexuality, your relationship with creativity, and enhance all the relationships in your life. Woo! Now I'm excited to teach you this thing called money, because it is literally a multidimensional expression of freedom to go create the life, the love, the sex, the energy, the relationships of your dreams, because you're not in the consciousness of lack anymore. You're living in a field of grace, already worthy. Your worthiness is never in question to your creator, by the way. And all that you desire is sacred. Desire is of the Father, de sire. It means of the stars. Every pure desire that's purely for what you love, not ego desire. We'll talk about that in masterclass number 2, but every pure desire you have that's based from the child in you is sacred. and every prayer is answered. And every relationship will be uplifted by you getting these laws in your subconscious. This work is truly that powerful. How do we let go of the fear of lack, the hostile culture, the guilt of not being there already, the grind, chasing, yet never fully getting there? The answer to all this lies within the power of your subconscious and superconscious mind. If you will assume your desire and live there as though it were true, no power on earth can stop it from becoming a fact. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. The substance is the feeling. The evidence is the vision. And when you align the feeling and the vision like a seed in the fertile soil of your mind, nothing can stop you. No lack, no perception of lack, no government, no interest rate, no person, place, condition, or thing, no power on earth can stop it from becoming a fact. How many see that? This is a law. You don't have to believe in the laws. You just have to apply them. Some of you may have doubted in the law and didn't apply it. Some of you didn't think the law was really going to work for you. You applied it and it worked. How many have had that experience? We're like, this sounds cool, but like, I didn't really think it worked until, holy shit, I did the journaling exercises. I did meditations and I got a result. You don't have to believe in these laws for them to work, because they are law. As within, so without. As above, so below. Whatever a mind or woman can conceive and believe, she can achieve. 99% of your creative power comes from your subconscious mind to create the money and value you truly desire to give to your world. Your subconscious is power without direction. Your conscious mind is direction without power. Sometimes a part of us wants it, but a part of us doesn't. That's a conflict. That's a poor relationship with the subconscious. When you have the alignment of the conscious and subconscious, when you have agreement, when it's safe now, everyone say, I can. Say, I can. I can as I give myself permission. Now say, I am. I can, I am, I will. This is the game of creating right relationship with the subconscious. I can, I am, I will. You start to build a better relationship with your feeling world. Your subconscious mind, write this down, responds to rhythm, repetition, and deep feeling. Rhythm, repetition, deep feeling, and simplicity. Rhythm, same time every day. As you do the work that we're going to teach you in the next 2 weeks, we want you to do it the same time every day. Do the same thing every day. Do it slowly with deep feeling and keep it simple. Now, how many here are personal development junkies? Raise your hand. You're all personal development junkies if you're in this room. How many here are like listening to hours and hours of podcasts and Audible and YouTube, and we're just like, we're trying to absorb so much knowledge, and yet simplicity is sometimes the most challenging principle to apply to our own subconscious transformation because of the digital age we live in. As you learn to plant new seeds within your own subconscious, your success will be determined by what you say no to in the next 6 weeks. Instead of saying yes too much, and then creating so much noise that you can't plant the real deep roots that we're asking you to plant. So one of my jobs in my real estate coaching is I bring my agents through a 1-year business plan and 90-day targets, 30-day targets, and 7-day commitments. And I teach them digital hygiene. I teach all my realtors to look at your 30-day targets. What are the skills? What's the mindset? What are the actions you need to do to grow your business? Unsubscribe from all the emails that are not moving you towards your targets. In the next 30 days, turn off all notifications on your phone. No screens after 8 or 9 p.m. Because these things that I'm teaching you now, simplicity, deep feeling, repetition, rhythm, is how the students you saw in the testimonial reel got the results that they got. Is I had to teach them to weed their garden. Many of you have too much noise in your life. How many get it? No judgment. I love you. I love you. But you have too much noise. And because you're looking for new and different results, the noise is actually getting in the way. So instead of saying yes too much, learn to slow down and eliminate the distractions so we can go deep. How many are ready to go deep? Type a yes in the chat. Please type yes in the chat, because we have a proven system. This works. We have literally dozens of success stories, and we've seen hundreds of people do this work. It works. But I'm asking you to slow down. Many of us are not achieving the results we truly desire with money and love because of how the noise is hindering the connection to our own subconscious. It's our power source. Everyone touch your heart right now. Touch your heart with me. Play along. Play 125. Now say me. 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 Now say I feel. I feel me. I choose. Now say I feel. Now say I choose. Now say I feel. I feel is your subconscious. I choose is your subconscious. I am is your soul. You exist at multiple levels of consciousness. And your me self, your subconscious, that's your power source for everything you want. Everything you want and desire is in you. It's inside you. And it's connected to your feelings. I feel, I choose, I am. Our subconscious is our power source, and it will give us all we desire when we can put it first with simplicity. Your subconscious is your first lover. For those of you in Tantra, your relationship with your own subconscious is the most important relationship you have to build life-giving partnerships. Over the next few weeks, you'll be invited to master the new habits in a very specific formula, a proven system utilizing rhythm, repetition, deep feeling, and simplicity. This is the 4-part formula. It's like 4 legs at a table. If you don't have simplicity, it won't work. If you're not using deep feeling, it won't work. If you're not doing it every day for at least 10 minutes a day, it won't work. You've got to incorporate all of these like a master equation in building that relationship with me. Everyone say that, me, myself. Say myself, I am, me, myself, I am. The reason I'm having you use conscious language is because I want you to feel the words in your body as you say them. Say it again, me. I feel me. I choose. I am. Notice how the words feel in your body. We operate at multiple dimensions of consciousness every day. Money magic alignment is alignment. It's alignment. But Arttemis, if all this creative power lies within us, what is stopping us from deeply connecting to our own subconscious? Number 1 is skepticism and comparing yourself to others. I've tried this before. It doesn't work for me. All these other people are succeeding and I can't. It's hard.
Loud and proud, people.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong.
Number 2, digital distractions. We're not asking you to be distracted. We want you to go deep with us in the next 2 weeks. And we want you to go an inch wide and a mile deep with the exercises we give you. Just trust in the process and go deep. Don't dabble in this. There are too many biohackers and people teaching you hacking your way to success. Oh, I'll just say the affirmations. I'll do the meditations. I'll do it. Got to, have to, must. No. You got to go a mile deep in the basics. A master creator is a master of these basics. Rhythm, repetition, deep feeling, and simplicity. Incorrect techniques. You cannot use affirmations. You cannot meditate. Guided meditations will not work. They're helpful, but your subconscious mind, write this down, your subconscious mind responds to behavior. Behavior is the highest form of communication to your subconscious mind. Lewis and I are going to be teaching you how to change your behavior. And you're going to teach you behaviors that bring rhythm and deep feeling and simplicity into your subconscious. Overthinking it. How many get stuck in their heads sometimes and wondering, why isn't it working? I have all these unrealistic expectations. I should have the money now. I should have the success now. Why am I not successful? Why am I not successful? Learn to take it slow and go slow. All of these blocks can hold us back. And yes, there is a deep and sincere way into your subconscious. It's one of the greatest journeys you will take as you awaken the power of creation inside you. Remember, everything you desire outside of you exists inside of you. And you get to teach your subconscious that it's safe to have it now. Everyone say that, I can have it now. It's safe to have it now. But you may have some faulty wiring and some programming, which is why we do the recode and the exercises, so you can just teach your own subconscious mind that it's safe. We will show you how. One of the most important principles about your subconscious mind is that it resists change. So a lot of you maybe tried this in the past, it didn't work for you because you were just doing too much. You were trying to do too much too fast at once. And you need to follow a simpler system that's going to go slow. We're going to teach you a backdoor into the subconscious. You must have the proper tools in the proper order, plant new seeds of plenty, and actually create that forest of abundance in your life, your family, and your business. Now let's unpack the 3 levels of mind. Are y'all liking this? Type in the chat, are you getting some ahas from this? Like, are you seeing where maybe in the past things were off course and we're here to get you on course, get you back on track? Your subconscious is your first lever. It is the power without direction. Your conscious is direction without power. There's a way in your subconscious. There's a way to build a relationship with it that is so intimate and so beautiful that literally you live in a field of grace. And everything is coming from you, not to you, because of a deep feeling and alignment you have within your own heart. A deep seed in your garden that you've watered with such power, such feeling, that you walk in a field of grace at all times. No outside force will ever affect you because you are a soul awake. You are the author of your wealth. You are the generator of wealth. That whatever, no amount of money coming into your bank account or out of your bank account changes how you feel, because abundance is perceiving that everything you desire and require is right in front of you. How many are ready to feel that more? How many are ready to have that more? We can teach you how. You got to do the work, but we can show you how to get that feeling. And then literally magic and miracles start to unfold around. So there are 3 levels to your mind. You have a conscious mind, a subconscious mind, and a superconscious mind. Your conscious mind defines itself through thought, personal identity, and a body. Its goal is to live the best life possible. It sees things in duality and polarity. It directs our choices. The self-conscious, also known as the ego, is direction without power. Your subconscious mind is power without direction. So if your conscious mind is choosing wealth, your subconscious mind is the power to create it. It's your power source. Your subconscious defines itself through feeling, it creates programs, and it runs the body through automation. So, for example, when you were 15 or 16 and you were learning how to drive a car, you had to teach your subconscious mind, check your blind spot, turn the signal on, blind spot, okay, good. You know, both hands on the steering wheel. And as you practice defensive driving for several months and you got really good, eventually you didn't have to think about checking your blind spot anymore. Your subconscious has a program to check your blind spot every time. So there are lots of different programs that might be running in our subconscious that are unconscious. And Carl Jung said, until we become conscious of what is unconscious, the outer world will rule our life, and we call it fate. Your fate is your fear. Your destiny is your soul and stepping into your power. And you can live unconscious to your programs, or you can awaken your consciousness. Now, the goal of the subconscious is to keep everything going and desire to continue what's been working, no matter how painful it is to the conscious mind. Your subconscious is experiencing what is survivable right now. How many get that? And so until you change your set point, until you change your subconscious set point, you're just going to continue to experience what is safe according to what's been survived in the past. So what this looks like with money is like, here's a person. My little stick figure here, thank you. And this person has a subconscious and a subconscious. And there's also this thing called superconscious. We'll get into that in just a sec. This person is going to create money. But the subconscious mind down here thinks that if I have more, others will have less. If I have more money, others will have less. So what this person does is it goes for more money, but this belief is unconscious and it stretches out for more money. They start to generate, 5K months, 8K months. They start to get to 60,000, 70,000. And then all of a sudden, an opportunity dissolves. The business shrinks. And what happens is they get pulled back based on tension from their identity. This person from childhood identified that if I have more, others will have less. They go for more, but the identity of if I have more, others will have less pulls them back, and they can never get to the money they really desire. Now, let's replace this with mom and dad growing up worked 70, 80 hours a week just to do everything they could do for you as a child. They put their blood, sweat, and tears. They showed you that you had to work hard for the money. How many have that one? I have to work hard for my money. So from conception to age 5, you believed that money was hard. And mom and dad, they put food on the table, they put you through college, but man, they had to work their asses off. And now you're starting a career in a business and it's fucking hard. And you want it to be easy. You're taking all the programs, you're looking for the hacks, you're looking for the trainings, you're going for the easy path, but it's never easy because the identity is I have to work hard for my money. And the subconscious identity hasn't shifted. So you go for hard money and you get hard money. You think it should be easier and you try to make it easier and it doesn't get easier because the identity of I have to work hard for my money hasn't shifted. This is what we call dysfunctional tension with your money. When you begin to access the superconscious, everything you desire already exists in the field superconsciously. So up here is everything you need to create easy money. And you don't necessarily need to change how you feel. You just need to change what you see and the instruction you're getting from your own superconscious. Let's look at this a different way. How many are getting this tension down here? These money beliefs, these programs, the way we've identified with money from our family of origin, it's how we're operating often in our business. Your subconscious is power without direction. So you might be making choices that are sabotaging the easy money, that are sabotaging the superconscious code to wealth, because your subconscious mind doesn't feel safe to have that over there yet. And if your subconscious mind doesn't feel safe, it's going to continue running what's always been running, even at the expense of your conscious mind. That many of you know that already, but we need to state it. Now, there's 3 levels to mind. This is your subconscious right here. This is your self-conscious right here. This is your superconscious. Your subconscious mind exists in a field of duality, positive and negative. What happens is sometimes we go for more money, more love, more success, and then we get pulled back. We just keep oscillating because the shift has not been happened to the subconscious yet. Our power source, having more than enough, being connected to universal supply and universal wealth. When we get that power source hooked up, we start to create an alignment with the subconscious and the superconscious. In the Huna tradition of ancient Hawaii, they said you had a lower self, a middle self, and a higher self. Your lower self is your feeling nature, and it's also how you were raised in your childhood. Your higher self, your superconscious, is the part of you that's connected to universal mind, infinite intelligence. Imagination is the bridge to the higher self. They had a saying in the ancient Huna tradition that seek always alignment of the three selves, working in perfect harmony for the highest and best good of all life. Seek always alignment. If there is a misalignment between the subconscious and subconscious, it's difficult to access the superconscious, because your superconscious mind is going to give you 100% of what you believe. Superconscious is memory 1, subconscious is memory 2, subconscious is memory 3. Seek always alignment of the three selves. The way to heaven is through the earth. You all will need to go slow and deep to master the subconscious before you can access the higher frequency energies. And so go slow. Do the work, knowing that the mastery is through the lower self. You cannot just mental your way through there. You have to teach your subconscious mind it's safe to have it now. Once that power source has been hooked up properly, all of the infinite intelligence will open up. The intuition will become clearer. The directions will start to flow. The people will start to show up. The places and things, you will start to live in a field of grace. Your synchronicities will start showing up more and more. You're all here to master mastery and to master the three levels of mind. Now, here is another paradox. There's this thing called soul. And listen to me very carefully, because many of you, through digital technology and books and parents and ego and technology, you think you're a mind and you have a soul. So the mind, the subconscious mind, has power over your creation. But the reverse is actually true. You are a soul that has a mind. And the first mover is the soul. But we go through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime believing that we are a mind, and we give all the power to the mind. And so it's a paradox. Everything is mind, but only in the field of duality. Transcendent of duality is your true nature. You are not a mind. You are a soul that has a mind. Am I making sense? Type yes in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. You are a soul that has a mind. And when you want to create lots of money, it's way better to create it from your soul than your mind. You just have to understand, what is my soul telling me? You are a soul that has a mind. Your soul is happy. Your soul chose this life. Your soul has access to infinite intelligence, knowledge, information. Your soul is creative. Your soul is your power source. And your subconscious mind is how the soul expresses that power in the field of duality. You are a soul. That's really important for you to understand. As you go through this work, when we're teaching you imagination, we're teaching you how to connect to your soul. Imagination is seeing with the eyes of God, Neville said. Neville read scripture 8 hours a day to understand the biblical laws of creation through the soul. When we look at scripture, not religion, as laws of creation, it is not the mind, it is the imagination that is reality. And your greatest asset as soul is where you put your focus. How many get that? Like, you can put your focus on your self-conscious or your superconscious, but the focus is coming from your soul. You can put your focus on the problem. I don't have enough money. There's not enough to go around. Lack, it's a struggle. Or you could put your focus on creation. I choose this and move in a creative structure. But the power is not in the superconscious, and it's not in the subconscious. It's in who you are. The soul supersedes all of this. And the soul is who you are. All right, next. How many are liking this? Are you getting this? Yeah. The happy money comes from the fulfillment of your soul's purpose. And when you find your voice also comes from your soul.
I have a question, Artemis.
Yeah,
Can you explain the higher self, middle self, and lower self again?
I'm about to. Yeah, right here. So
Okay.
your middle self is your conscious mind. It's the one that chooses. It's choice without power. Your subconscious mind, your lower self, is your feeling world. It also is power without direction. Your subconscious also has been programmed from conception to age 5. Your superconscious, also the higher self, it's also a field of information. Everyone is superconscious in this call. You all are superconscious. You have access to universal intelligence, intuition, higher self. Your imagination is the bridge between your lower self and your higher self. You are superconscious. Your superconscious gives you 100% of what you believe is true for you. It works with the subconscious mind, with what feels safe to be true. Your superconscious is a code of information, like the quantum field, but also bigger, more expanded. The first person who coined the term superconscious was Edgar Cayce. He was known as the sleeping prophet. He helped thousands and thousands of people cure chronic diseases. And they asked him, Edgar, where did you get all this information? How do you know everything about your patients? He's like, I tapped the superconscious. The word for superconscious in Buddhism is Buddha mind. Everyone has Buddha mind. Everyone is already superconscious in Buddhism. And in Buddhism, you're just wiping away the sand from your eyes so you can see your true nature. In Sanskrit, they call it Atma. Today, we're using the word superconscious. You are superconscious. Every one of you has a superconscious. You can access your superconscious through imagination and create all the wealth, money, and business you want. So when I do the superconscious recode today, I'm an interface for your superconscious. You already are superconscious. We're just using the field, the superconscious intelligence, to tag and treat all resistance in the perfect order, in the perfect way, do a massive change history and everything that's needed. Another way of looking at this, and the reason I have to teach you this 3 levels of mind, so the recode can work, because some of you didn't know you were superconscious until you came to this class. Some of you had a vague idea that there's a field of information out there. We're all connected to it, but like, what does that really mean in terms of my awakening? And in the Huna tradition, any block to success or fulfillment was just a disconnect between you and your higher self. So all we need to do to create whatever we want is hook back up into the superconscious. Money magic alignment is just go superconscious with your wealth and then start creating superconsciously from higher self. All the right people, places, actions, and things will come in perfect divine order, in the perfect order, in the perfect way. So let's look at it this way. We all come from a superconscious intelligence. When you're scientifically, when they look at morphogenetic fields, or when they look at epigenetics, or when they look at quantum entanglement theory, it's all connected to a field of information. When the fetus is forming in their mother's womb, the information to form a human embryo doesn't exist inside the cell. It exists epigenetically. There's actually a human field informing all babies growing right now to form into a fetus, a superconscious human field. Think of it this way. When cats and dogs who've never been trained to fight each other, when they meet each other, what happens? Predator becomes prey. No one trained the dog to chase the cat, and it's in the dog field. There's a human field, a dog field, a cat field, and the superconscious field is informing, it's instructing, and it gives us 100% what we believe to be true until we know it exists and we can change it. This is the power of the recode and the power of the work we teach you in our programs, because we're teaching you to start to reshape the field and communicate to the field so it communicates different instructions into your life. Another way of looking at this is like we're all in a human field. And we exist inside of a planetary field. Inside the orbit, there's an etheric grid. There's a grid of light and sound. And every single species and plant and animal and human and mineral has a direct correlation vibrational planet in the planetary field. And spirit comes before matter. So when we're accessing the human field, we exist in a planetary field. When we access the planetary field exists in a field of the solar system. The solar system exists in the galaxy, and the galaxy exists in the superconscious. And as soul, you have access to it all. And this is how powerful you are. And we access it through intuition. Now, I just went cosmic there, and a lot of you are like, whoa, how many feel it? Like, how many feel your mind being stretched a little bit? Like, I just really stretched you, but I want you to give you the truth of your superconscious nature, that you have access to all knowledge, all information in all lifetimes in the field. And when we do a recode today, you know, here's me, Artemis, here's you, and here's the field. And I'm just going to be tapping this information and doing a block removal. And I'm going to be speaking to your superconscious mind. Now, you need to give me permission to connect to your superconscious, choose to get the most out of it, and then we'll just recode it and clear it. Another way of looking at this is memory 1, 2, and 3. So you have memory 1, memory 2, and memory 3. So my teacher, Christopher Michael Duncan, taught me this superconscious recoding stuff. It's really, really cool. Check out his book, You're Not Broken. Powerful, powerful work. How many here have read it? You're Not Broken. Learn the superconscious. Now, memory 1 is where we all come from. We come from a code of information. When we're born, we form the subconscious. And that's when a lot of our limiting beliefs and patterns around money are formed, is right between ages 1 and 5. And then right around age 3, which is going to be Masterclass number 2, we form the ego. And it's all upgradable, by the way, except for the ego. You don't need to put your attention on it. You just take your attention completely off of it. But everything from memory 1 to memory 2 is completely malleable and can be reshaped and molded into your desires and creations. Memory 3 is age 5 to now. Most of us think we're a mind and we're choosing from the subconscious mind. And we've kind of neglected these other levels. And so the purpose of our work is alignment, is to seek always alignment of the 3 levels, working in perfect harmony, soul, for the highest and best good of all life. Lots of money will flow in. Memory 1, 2, and 3. When you form memory 2, a lot of what was formed here gets forgotten. So when we go through this exercise, this block removal today and next week, we're gonna put you in your end result. So for the sake of money, we're just going to say, okay, now that you all have a bunch of money and you're financially free, go visit that reality. So we're going to do that right now. I want you all to just take a journey with me, and we're going to create a visualization where I want you to go out into your end result with money. And what is your end result? How do you want to feel? So we're going to go into that future reality, and we're going to create tension from here to there. And then whatever's in the way, we're going to ask questions. Lewis and I are going to ask these questions, and I want you to type in the chat. I'm going to be taking notes on your resistance. And then we're going to go into a superconscious recode. For some of this, will be your first recode. For others of you, just play along and have fun, and wherever the resistance is, let's recode it. But after we do the recode, we're going to revisit where the resistance is and take you into your imagination, take you into having. Y'all ready to do this? All right, let's go. So, close your eyes, get comfortable in your chair. And take a deep, deep full body breath in. Exhale. Good, deep, deep, deep breath in. Full body breath in. Exhale. And just play along. Be like a child as I guide you into your end result. And as you breathe in, focus on your exhale and just exhale all the air out. Relax your neck and shoulders. Imagine miracles upon miracles upon miracles have happened for you financially. And just imagine yourself as you breathe, that money flows into your life easily and effortlessly. And there's more than enough. There's more than enough for you, your family. And just go out 5 years from now, after you've built such an amazing flow of wealth. Just see yourself standing in the end result of having more than enough. Go out 5 years from now and really see it. Visualize yourself standing in the end result. I choose the end result of freedom, abundance, prosperity, more than enough. And imagine yourself in that end result. Who's with you? As you're standing in the vision of such abundance, who is with you? What are you doing in your end result? What does your dream house look like? Where are you living? Smile. Smile in that end result. Smile. See yourself in your dream house, living financially free, abundant, prosperous, supplied, with more than enough. Smile. Where are you traveling to? Just for fun. In that beautiful scene of financial freedom, freedom of time, freedom of money, where are you traveling to? What's happening? What's new and different? How do you see yourself in your body with financial freedom, abundance, and plenty? See yourself in the land of plenty with more than enough. Stand in it, feel it, and smile. And with all this abundance, what are you doing differently now? What's different? What's changed in your life? What is new and different? What are you doing differently in the morning? What are you creating? What are you creating that's different? Are you writing books? Are you teaching? Are you traveling? Are you building villages? Like what's going on? What's new and different with infinite supply, with more than enough? And smile over it. Big golden smile. Imagine a big golden smiley face just planted right in the middle of your scene, of your end result. See everything you just saw like a panoramic movie. See your dream home, your dream car, the people you love, the life you love, all the places and things and the areas. See it like a movie, panoramically all around you. Just put a big golden smile right in the middle of it. And relax your neck and shoulders. And take a deep, deep full body breath in. And just imagine it's safe. Take another deep breath in. Miracles upon miracles, wonders never cease, because all of my expectations are for the highest and best good of all. And it's safe now. Slowly open your eyes. So now we're gonna come back to our current reality. I want you all to kind of just shake your hands, shake your body, come back in your current reality, look at your, your bank account, look at your life, look at what you're doing right now, and ask yourself and type it in the chat. Why don't you have it now? And type it in the chat. Why don't you have it now? What comes up? First words. Speak from your heart, trust your first words. Like when you look at that end result with freedom, why don't you have it now?
I don't deserve it. I'm not ready. I'm unsure what I want. Fear. I don't really want it. I'll be killed. Belief in myself. I don't feel like it's possible. Overwhelm, burnout, exhaustion, complacency. Yes, sir, I see that. My life is really good. I did not know that I could have it now. Lack of knowledge. I'm still a seedling. I'm still unfolding. I'll lose.
Slow down there. Keep typing in the chat, but when we look at that statement, I don't know enough. I'm a seedling. What's the invisible instruction in that statement? That's the wounded ego saying I'm not enough to have what I truly desire. We're going to unpack that more in Masterclass number 2, but like you're going to find there's these invisible instructions that we're living in. I'm not worthy. I'm not enough. And none of that is true to your superconscious. Your superconscious can create everything. Doesn't matter what you believe. What else, Lewis?
Lack of knowledge, which ties into what we were just saying. I'll lose family and friends.
Yeah, so there's a fear of losing someone you love. Now, this is often in the child archetype with the subconscious. Your subconscious is also your inner child. You have a suffering obligation of love. So like this person fears that if he becomes successful, he'll lose his family. How many might have that belief system running in their operating system where like they don't want to outgrow everybody that's their tribe or they're not going to be loved. So if I become that rich, successful person, I'm not, and my identity is like fear of losing someone I love. I can move towards it as much as I want. And I'm going to rubber band right back, oscillate right back to where I started. The fear of losing someone we love is often connected to the fear of lack.
My destiny is lack. I'm not enough. Fear of the present moment. Matthew, if you could elaborate on that, just in the comments. I don't really believe I could really have it. lack of focused effort. I'm not powerful or capable enough. Noel says, haven't fully embraced desire. Kimberly says, I haven't added value consistently.
So what's the, slow down right there. What's the invisible instruction? I'm not consistent enough. What's really acting? Inner critic. How many of us have an inner critic where we're always criticizing ourselves? Like, oh man, I'm doing all the right things, but it's just never enough. Criticizing.
Artemis, I'm getting this, that I can trust in God, so I don't need more structure. I can trust in God and it always works out for me, so I don't need to push to expand.
Yeah, I don't need.
Yeah.
What's the invisible instruction in that languaging? I do not. So if God's going to take care of everything, then he'll be the creator for you, and you can just sit there creating nothing and just watch creation roll on by. We are here to become a co-creator with God, not to let God create creation for us. We're here to turn something into a thing, thoughts into things. One of the greatest ways we can exalt our creator is to create what we love. How many get that? But if you live your life in apathy, I do not. I don't need to do anything because God's got it all covered for me. That's apathy. And scripture says, if you are lukewarm, I will vomit you out of my mouth. We are rewarded from enthusiasm, from co-creation, from going out there and doing the work, from creating and creating and creating and creating and becoming. Your subconscious response to behavior through creation, through taking the action, to be willing to go for it. What else?
Scared. Matthew says, in the here and now, I am scared that if I don't have a daily practice, I'm in fear and being unregulated all day. Sounds like you're using meditation to spiritually bypass the fear that's ever present, Matthew.
Yeah.
Fear of commitment, meditating too much and not being in right action. I'm too sensitive. I'm not sure what I want. A lot of fear. I have to fulfill all my own needs. I'll always be on my own in my life. I have to work hard. I have to struggle. Fear of commitment.
When a lot of you are saying, I just want to go meditate, I just want to go check out, like I don't want to actually go into creation because it's scary for me. That's also connected to trauma early in life. Where you saw your mom and dad go for what they wanted and they were beat down so much, or you tried to go for what you wanted and you were beat down, that you're holding on to that pain, and now that pain has become numb. And so it's just time to reconnect your child to the main personality and reconnect not just the hope that it's going to work out, but that you're a rich child of a loving creator. It's time to reconnect all the parts into the end result and say, oh, this is what I choose with my wealth. I can have that. And numb becomes feeling. Debt, the B is silent. Numb, the B is silent. How many get that? In numb, debt, your being is being suppressed. And when you really hook up your subconscious, you go from suppressed to expressed. That little boy and girl gets to come out and get pissed and angry and joyful and passionate and creative. And yeah, you're going to have some temper tantrums, but you're no longer numb. You're expressed. Until we become conscious of what is unconscious, there's a journey called the emotional scale of harmonics, where you start to feel these feelings and you start to put your attention with passion, with entheos, with spirit on what you really desire. And desire is an important part of creating wealth and letting go of the pain that's getting in the way. Am I making sense? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Your superconscious sees everything and it created everything based on your family field and what you coded up. Today, we're going to recode it. What else, Liz?
If I become too reliant on myself, I'll lose reliance or faith in God.
Yes, there's a fear of losing God.
Speaking up in my family was a cause for harsh punishment, severe block of creation, and
Yeah.
self-expression.
So say that one again about the fear of losing God. Repeat that.
Yeah. If I become too reliant on myself, I'll lose reliance or faith in God.
Yeah.
Why would someone not build an infrastructure to create channels of wealth? Because they're afraid that that infrastructure will replace their faith in God.
If I'm too reliant on myself, what do you mean by reliant on yourself?
Yeah, Daniel, if you want to come off of mute real quick.
Oh, sorry. I didn't have the video on because you can barely see me right now. I don't that was a religious upbringing thing or a family thing. It's a prideful thing if you're constantly relying on yourself. And a big part of that is trusting God. Whatever's happening in your life is kind of for your greatest good, but in a way, maybe that's kind of a better way to phrase that is if you don't suffer, then there's no need to rely on God. And so there's something along those lines. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah. So your family believed that you had to suffer to know God. It had to be hard.
Well, oftentimes people who were prideful were the ones who had more money, and oftentimes were people who kind of relied on themselves instead of God for their abundance.
Yeah. So rich people are prideful. Therefore,
Yeah,
pride and money is.
they kind of go together. Yeah, that's a better way of probably finding that instructions.
Yeah. Yeah. Rich people are full of pride. Therefore, if I have a lot of money, I'm going to be full of pride and be judged by my family and my religion.
Well, even that, there'll be a disconnect from God because again, it's probably the love of money kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, love of money becomes superseded to God, but I think it's less about money and more about one's relationship to God. So
yeah, and what you're telling me is how people are perceiving you.
yeah, probably. Well, no, I think it's how to see myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as a little boy, if your church was saying, hey, rich people are prideful, comes before a great fall,
Yeah.
then don't be prideful. What does the emotional body think? Well, then pride equals judgment.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So there's a belief that rich people are full of pride, and pride is full of pride. I will be judged if I become rich.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I just want to unpack that a little bit so you can understand where that statement comes from. Because the desire for more is a godly desire. You read the Science of Getting Rich. The entire universe is expanding, and we all live in a land of plenty. And the desire we have for more love, more abundance is pure godly desire.
Mm-hmm.
It's our limited mind's judgments and criticisms based on perceptions of other people that hinder the more from landing in our life.
Thank you.
Yeah. Rich people are full of pride. Rich people are stressful. What other judgments have we been told about rich people? Type it in the chat.
We've also got some more resistance that I can give you once
Yeah.
we get answers.
Yeah, we've got enough. We got enough resistance to recode. So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Rich people don't give a shit about others, only themselves. I'll never be rich. Cancel clear. Rich people are selfish, not generous, deeply unhappy. I've resisted. Oh, Debbie has it. Boom. She says, I've resisted being prideful and resist being seen as wealthy.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for being vulnerable and sharing all of this.
This is all good. All right. So type in the chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much resistance do you have in achieving that end result that you just saw? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much resistance do you have?
When we say end result, it's your life of abundance and freedom where money is easy.
Yeah. How much resistance is in the way? Nine is like it's never going to happen, and one is like, hey, I'm creating my multi-million-dollar empire, creation, wealth, success, whatever, you know. One is like, hey, I feel totally aligned with this. I am living wealth. And the nine is like, wow, I've been struggling a long time. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Good. Excellent. Let's do a recode. So I'm going to be speaking to your superconscious mind like I would speak to an individual, like a person, but I'll be tagging through the superconscious all resistance in the perfect order, in the perfect way. Listen to my voice and choose to get the most out of this session. Have a beginner's mind. Notice where you feel stress around money in your body, and take notice of that as well. And take a deep breath in, close your eyes. And let's recode this resistance. And notice what you notice. Like, notice what you notice. Where's the resistance around money? The fear of lack, the overwhelm, the burnout, the apathy. I don't care anymore. Where do you feel those feelings in your body? The apathy, burnout, overwhelm, fear, dread. Where is that in your body? Breathe into it. Just notice what you notice. Give me permission to connect to your superconscious. Just say, yes, I give Arttemis permission to connect. And choose to get the most out of this recode. Superconscious, are you there? Superconscious, please tag all resistance in the active experience to receiving and having wealth. All active resistance to this true choice of abundance. Good. And superconscious, please connect to the soccer field metaphor. Please do all that is required so I can connect with you right now. Everyone take a deep breath in. And superconscious, please work on all parts, part-time personalities, all aspects of consciousness for this treatment. And breathe. And superconscious, do all parts desired treatment today. And superconscious, welcome all parts that don't want treatment. Welcome any part that doesn't understand treatment or is afraid of treatment. And ask them if they are willing to connect to the superconscious field to reduce pain and improve satisfaction. And superconscious, tag all part-time personalities in the perfect order, healing all traumas, known and unknown, and do a massive change history in everything that is needed. Thank you. Superconscious, please tag the inner child and its relationship with money. Please bring forward the inner child. Please tag all the feelings of being numb and afraid that my world is not safe to create what I truly love because mom and dad are hurting. And therefore I have to take on their hurt. Superconscious, please tag all pain in the child, resisting the world, and do a massive change history in everything that is needed. Thank you. And everyone listening right now, just focus on a beautiful, beautiful pink ray of light. Imagine that light is surrounding the child within you and bringing a pure ray of light, a ray of such pink love, comfort, safety, and security to bring the magic and the wonder back into life and money. Superconscious, can you see that frequency of wonder, safety, security? Superconscious, please ground and anchor that feeling in the child. That feeling of wonder, safety, and security. Magnify and amplify this feeling. And do a massive change history in everything that is needed. And superconscious, please tag the feeling and the belief I can feel my feelings, I can express what I feel, and my world is now safe to create the life I love. I can feel my feelings, I can express what I feel, And my world is now safe. Tag this definition and please tag all resistance. Do a massive change history and everything that is needed. Thank you. And superconscious, tag the fear of lack, the worry, the anxiety. Superconscious, please tag the organs, the pancreas, the adrenals, the sex organs, and all stress in the body around fear and fear of lack. Everyone take a deep breath in. Good. Place your hand over your navel. Touch your navel. And superconscious, please tag all stress, worry, and fear in the body around lack, poverty, and they have more power over me. Tag all resistance here in the perfect order, in the perfect way. Do a massive change history in everything that is needed. Good. Take a deep breath in. Just imagine a blue-white light, a pure cerulean blue, like aquamarine, is just flowing from the head of the body down through your body into your solar plexus, all the way down through your feet. Just imagine light flowing through your body, blue, white in nature. In the perfect order, just imagine this light clearing all stress, lack, worry. Imagine it just leaving your feet, reconnecting you to your source. Superconscious, can you see that source? Please tag all resistance in the family around safety and wealth. And superconscious, please tag the father and all judgment and criticism from dad. Please tag all negative and mean things that our father and all memory and the original event of dad and how he criticized us. Do a massive change history in everything that is needed. Thank you. And superconscious, tag all negative and critical things dad said to mom and to the family. Do a massive change history in everything that is needed. Thank you. And now just breathe. Repeat after me, I relax. And just say that I relax. I am loved. And just say that with me, I am loved. And it's safe. I relax. I am loved. It is safe. First words, use specificity and deep feeling. I relax. And superconscious, please connect the Father to the Divine Father. Now reimagine yourself being created in a family field where you were loved and praised and supported to create your heart's desire. Imagine you were born into a family where dad gave you all that you needed in praise, love, and appreciation. Hear your Father inside your own mind. Hear him praising you, loving you, and supporting you. See and imagine yourself being birthed into a family where a father was kind, loving, and supportive, and gave you all the words of affirmation you needed to build the life of your dreams. Imagine being born into a family where there was more than enough time and resources. Imagine yourself being surrounded by all the mentors and teachers and guides who could awaken your natural genius and give all of that memory. Superconscious, can you see that support? Magnify and amplify words of affirmation, all teaching, guidance, and support in the child. Do a massive change history here in everything that is needed. Thank you. Good. Take a deep breath in. Keep imagining. Imagine we're growing up in school where there's more than enough. See and visualize yourself being supported and supplied and abundant. Superconscious, please tag the beliefs: I'm not powerful enough, I'm not capable enough, and I'm not worthy. I don't deserve it. It's not possible. Please tag all these beliefs in the perfect order and in the perfect way. Replace them with the beliefs: I am enough, I acknowledge my power, and my power is safe. Do a massive change history and everything that is needed. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Take a deep breath in. Place a hand on your navel again and just focus on your power right there. Feel your power down there. Superconscious, tag the definition: I am powerful and my power is safe. I can create what I truly desire and I am already enough. Do a massive change history here in the second chakra and all that is needed. Thank you. Good. Deep breath in, breathe. Superconscious, please tag in the power source of creativity, innocence, and purity into the child, into the main personality. Integrate all part-time personalities into the main personality around power and creativity. And superconscious, please tag the inner critic and the feeling that I have to do it right. Please tag and treat this feeling and belief that I have to do it right, and that if I don't do it right, everyone else gets it wrong. Do a massive change history here and everything that is needed. And superconscious, please integrate the inner critic into the main personality, reminding the inner critic that it's okay. And give thanks to the inner critic for being there and protecting us, that the inner critic can relax and provide judgment only when needed. And superconscious, please integrate the inner critic into the main personality and this true choice of wealth and abundance, and do everything that is needed. Thank you. And breathe. Yeah, that's it. A lot of good energy here. Take a deep, deep breath in. It's safe to create what I love, and the world is now safe. I can have what I desire, and it's safe to have what I desire. It's safe to create what I love, and my world is now safe. I can have what I desire, and it's safe to have all that I desire. It's safe to create what I love, and the world is now safe. I can have what I desire, and the world is now safe. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Deeper breath in. Exhale. And superconscious, tag the body, all meridians, organs, and glands with the affirmation: the light, life, and love of God flows through me now. This river of light and life and love activates all meridians, energizes all chakras. And I am in this river of life. And I am this river of life. The river of light, life, and love of God flows through me now, energizing all of my meridians, activating all chakras. And this river of light, life, and love of God flows through me now. Now imagine You go to bed tonight and you go to sleep, and in your dreams, you're shown a clear path to creating the life you love, to building wealth, to creating prosperity and abundance. See yourself in this dream, building, creating, and establishing a powerful foundation of wealth. Look into your dreams, go out next week, and what is the first thing that you're going to be doing to build abundance, wealth, success? Look out 1 week from now and type in the chat, what are you going to be building 1 week from now? Type it in the chat. What's in front of you? What are you going to be creating that's new and different? What are you seeing, imagining? Yeah. What is your superconscious showing you? Imagine you wake up and you're doing this activity, and it's because you're guided, because you feel guided and directed. You know what to do, you know what to create, you know who to call, who to connect with, what to create, how to expand. What are you doing? Global reach, building a global community, building a strong body, shifting my relationship, helping men shift their relationships, reaching out to more people, creating content, networking.
And notice, y'all, this is how the recode works. We unleash the force of nature that you are. And now you're in a space to receive and be clear on what there is to do to co-work with God.
Cool. Yeah. It's launching your ministry, joyfully inspired, alignment with others, tithing, bringing to heaven, cooking, clearing spaces, meditations. Yeah, sometimes the direction is just simple, Heather, just like, yeah, bring order to my house and nourish myself. Put my health and vitality first. When we go through the recode and we clear resistance, we get to see what's left that's coming from pure source intuition, pure universal intelligence. What's the next thing for me to do to create more value, more wealth, more abundance?
Kimberly says cotton candy made from natural ingredients.
Build cotton candy.
That for you.
The sweetness of life. Good. Now, thank you for your responses. That's just a supportive part of the recode. Is like, what is intuition revealing to you that you need to do next? As we let go of all this resistance, what's the first thing that comes to mind? You all go do that tomorrow. Put it in your journaling, put it in your whiteboard, and hold yourself accountable to receiving instruction from your superconscious. You all are already superconscious, and you all know what to do to build money and wealth. And all you need to do is let go of the resistance of what's in the way to being guided, to accessing the future, universal intelligence, to seeing all possibilities and creating from there. It's how Lewis and I created this course. It's how we brought 64 people to this class. Is we're just following superconscious instruction, superconscious guidance, and superconscious intuition. So now look at that life of financial freedom. Go out, your end result. Go out and be it now. Be in that end result. And where's the resistance now? Type it in the chat. Like, where do you see yourself now believing you can have it?
1 to 10, y'all.
Versus on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, where is the resistance now?
Badass, y'all. It's your superconscious that did the work. We're just the interface here.
All right.
I'm seeing a lot of ones, a lot of low numbers.
Yeah. So we'll for those of you joining the Facebook Messenger chat, we'll drop in a guided meditation for you to do on the wisdom process and to get you in your future self, choosing from that place every morning. And so you'll get that as our gift. And then we'll jump into Masterclass number 2, where we'll teach you the Wizard's Gate of Wealth. One of the most important mindsets and meditations to give you more access to more creative power, more soul power, and to start creating abundance of money and wealth through the Wizard's Gate. That's like one of the most important shifts we can give you. So remember that your soul is happy and joyful. Your soul is creative. Your soul is connected to your true power source, which is your imagination, and everything you imagine is real. Your soul has access to all knowledge, information, and timelines, and your soul is who you am. It's not what you think. Most people think they are a mind with a soul, but actually you are a soul using your mind to create money and wealth. And the mind has 3 levels, and you accessed all 3 levels today. One of the greatest gifts you have been given as soul is the gift of your own imagination, feelings and words, creativity, to create value, to create money, and to create wealth from the deepest part of your being. As the subconscious mind aligns with your conscious mind, you will have more power to express from your soul and create wealth and abundance without having to sacrifice your health, sacrifice your family, or freedom along the way. Please order this book. It's part of our instruction. There on page 250 in Audible chapter 67, there is a lesson 1 warm-up exercise that we will be guiding you to do to open up the gentle way into the subconscious. If those of you have done this exercise already, you can do it again with the beginner's mind, or you can reach me after class for further instruction. But this book is an important part of taking your subconscious all the way into wealth and having and being and being supplied and supported and feeling that experience that was described today. So order Feel Free to Prosper, and stay tuned for the Wizard's Gate of Wealth a week from today, November 2nd. We're going to be doing the most powerful mindset shift to create true abundance. Another recode. This time the recode is going to be on the double bubble. So we're going to teach you in the next masterclass how to release attachment to more being better, and how to release the loss of power from the outer world having control over you. When you let go of the future being better and you let go of the outer world having control over you, you walk into this gap, this quantum state of intelligence where you have full power to create wealth, money, abundance, supply. Because here's the thing about Masterclass number 2 that I really want you all to get. If you make the future of more money better than what you have now, when you get there, you won't be satisfied. How many get that? If you're chasing wealth, and we see it in the sickness of richness, like a lot of us look at wealthy people and they've been chasing for 20 years and now they're burned out. And we're like, do I really want to make that sacrifice? Well, there's a different way of creating wealth from the Wizard's Gate of Wealth, where you get to, instead of chasing more, you get to have it all now and create from there. And there is a science and a process through the double bubble that we can clear the resistance to the future being better, clear the resistance to the outer world having power of us, and help you step into the gate, and then provide more guidance and instruction there. So once you have the Wizard's Gate of Wealth hooked up, then you start creating value propositions, branding, marketing, automation, systems and processes, all the stuff that I teach in my agents. When that comes from having it now, you create so much more easily, and you stop sabotaging yourself. So please join us November 2nd. Lewis will drop the Eventbrite in the chat. We'll put it in the Facebook Messenger group. Please type in the Facebook Messenger group what you got out of today's training. What were your big takeaways? What did you love about today? What did you get out of this around money and wealth? And what are you going to do differently in your life? And
Feel free to drop in the chat right now as well.
Yeah. What did you love about this training? And also in the Facebook group chat, we want to build some community and tribe, because one of the things about stepping into our greatness is that we have to do it all alone, but we can't do it by ourselves. Remember that when you're stepping into your new identity, the awakened soul, you've got to do it all. It's between you and your soul, but you can't do it by yourself. You need accountability and structure and support and simplicity. So for the next week until we meet again, just enjoy the wisdom process meditation, getting in your end result and creating from there, and enjoy Feel Free to Prosper. I want you all listening and reading Feel Free to Prosper. It's a foundational, it's the foundation of what we're giving you here, the lesson 1 warm up, and it's where we're going to go further. So, and we're just going to plug you into some of those powerful tools. You know, all the transformations you saw in the testimonial reel came from these tools as we're teaching them to you. So it's really, really powerful. Enjoy them. I love you all. This is sacred work. This is very sacred work. And do the work. Get to know yourself. Get to know, be intimate with yourself. As you do the wisdom process, as you start journaling, as you start to get to know your feeling nature, fall in love with it. All of it. Because like I said at the beginning of class, everything you desire and require exists already inside you. And you just get to wake it up. And then take massive action from there and go be light givers and light workers and change the world and give value and create content and all that stuff. But we want you to do it from a place of having. Anything else before we break, before we stop class? It's been 2 hours, so.
So for the people who want to be engaged in the community, direct message me the letters MMA after friend requesting me on Facebook, because then I'll be able to see your message and add you to our thread. And there's a lot more value you're going to get there. Incidentally, there are all of you who showed up got points for being here. Well, okay, technically the prompt was show up on time, be here for the whole thing, but we had a time mix up. So if you showed up for any amount of time, you get points towards prizes. Prizes including one-on-one breakthrough sessions with us, prizes including our 6-week course. So stay in the game, come join the game in the Facebook group. Who wants to have fun playing the game with us? Who's already been having fun?
Yeah. We're going to be engaging with you. We want you to participate and play 125% with your wealth, your subconscious, the wisdom process meditation. You're going to love it. Simple. It takes about 6 minutes. It's great to do right before journaling. And get in the end result. Be it. And come join us for November 2nd. We're going to have some fun. Yeah, the Wizards Gated Wealth is so much fun. So thank you all for being here tonight, and I appreciate your presence and your commitment. So thank you for being here. Oh, and share with friends. Part 2. Bring some friends. If you like this, bring some people with you.
Love you all. Big shout out to the Earthwaking villagers who showed up. Love serving you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for being here. All right, you don't have to go home, but Sarah?
You can't stay here.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay. You all got to back out of the Zoom.